This is going to be my last one tonight. I started off with a Red Stag Saskatchewan rye whiskey, single malt, which I don't understand. Is it a malted rye or what? I don't know. Next, I had a Tomatin 12-year-old miniature. And then following that, I had a Nika Pure Malt Black Japanese whiskey, which I really liked a lot. Next, I had another Tomatin from the same 3 pack. I had the 18. Now I'm going to finish my night with something local, local to me here, or at least Vancouver Island local. This is a Shelter Point artisanal single malt whiskey. It is the Spring Release 2017. So this was released in spring 2017. That's almost a year ago. And I've had it on my shelf since, or I've had it in my possession since the 19th of August. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Almost 7 months I've had this in my possession. And I have had Shelter Point before. I've had Shelter Point, the same stuff, but an earlier release. In fact, I had the inaugural release, if I'm not mistaken. This is the second release of the spring 2017 release is the second release of this stuff. Now, I hated the corks on these because they were just awkward, but I know how to open them now. Just like that. You just pop it to the side, and the thing flies off all by itself. It ends up way under the table somewhere. And there it is. It is a glass cork. Oh, there's all kinds of detritus on it now from the floor. Great. It's a glass cork, if you can see it. There's a little rubber O-ring or plastic O-ring here. And that plastic O-ring is what seals it. Anyways, hopefully I've cleaned that enough to make it palatable. All right, pour me a dram. It's bottled at 46% alcohol by volume. I remember liking the last version quite a bit. This is the new version of 2017 Spring Edition. There may be a 2018 Spring Edition. I'll probably end up getting that too when it hits the shelves. Okay. Are these numbered at all? It says Spring Release 2017, 46%, 750 mils, product of Canada, Shelter Point Distillery, Campbell River, British Columbia, shelterpoint.ca, handcrafted by Shelter Point Distillery, Campbell River, BC, Canada, shelterpoint.ca. Doesn't say anything back here. Sunsets and sea air. Unofficial ingredients in every bottle. Shelter Point single malt whiskey is handcrafted in small batches right on our family farm in Oyster River. Please savor responsibly. And barcode. So here's what the bottle looks like. It has that round red. And they also have a cask strength version, which has a green medallion there. So, yep. Spring release. Might as well pour some water too while I'm at it. Just because I wish to remain hydrated. And we're getting to the wee hours of the morning now. We're getting close to the point where I'm going to go to sleep. Okay, here we go. Last one of the night. Right away I get some maltiness. This is not an old whiskey. I believe it's naturally colored. First thing I get is some fruit. I'm not sure what fruit we're talking about. But along with that generic fruity note, there's also some Tootsie Roll. Chocolate of Tootsie Roll. I remember this being in there last year too. Or in the last version that I had. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll and generic fruits. The generic fruits are some pear, and some apple and some citrus, all kind of molded together. But then there is that Tootsie Roll. That Tootsie Roll just, that's the best part of the nose, I think. Chocolate Tootsie Roll. Let's give it a taste. It's malty. It's salty. And with the saltiness, there is a lot of that chocolate Tootsie Roll note. Let me cleanse my palate. This local single malt is something special. What did I pay? Shelter Point Whiskey. $70.99. 10 cents for a bottle deposit. And let's see. $71 would have been $7.10 liquor tax. And $3.55 goods and services tax. Now you know. Yeah, this has been in my possession since 19th of August, if I didn't mention it already. Delicious. Once again, some fruits, some brininess, some saltiness. And in the finish, there is always predictably that Tootsie Roll chocolate. For a young, local, single malt, this is hard to beat. The price may be a bit steep. After all, there's no age statement on it. But I find it preferable to other Canadian single malts that I have tried. Well, I'd say it's on par with Low and McKinnon. It blows the doors off Glen Breton, which I don't like. Glen Breton has some kind of a rancid cashew nut taste to it, which this doesn't have. Instead of a rancid cashew nut, this has Tootsie Roll. How can you go wrong? This is a beautiful whiskey, and it doesn't, just because it's young doesn't mean it's bad. There are many stupendous young whiskeys out there. And this one is in that camp. This is the second edition that I have tried of Shelter Point. This is the spring 2017 release. If I haven't mentioned it yet, I probably have. And their other stuff, which is their cask strength, is also tremendous. This stuff is wonderful. Well, I'm going to drink to your very good health. Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.